Yeah, so Andre, do you mind just like checking these boils that I've got on my back? Because uh, Andre, you take this one. Say something.
No.
That's all you got to say. At least you somehow spoke to me. You spoke to me a little bit there. You spoke to me technically. I'm taking this to the win. It's to the win. Hello and welcome back to the Leeds United FM20 save. Hope you're all doing well today and looking forward to today's episode. We've got the final Europa League group stage game against Ajax and then the final Premier League game against Norwich before we go to the 2022 World Cup. Well, we're not going there because we're not an international player or an international manager, but all the other teams and players will go there. So we've got a long break for about 2 months before we actually get back to Premier League football again. Welcome back though, good to see you, thanks for dropping by. First and foremost, we have been absolutely smashing the views and the likes in the past week or so. It's unbelievable how much you guys are still enjoying this save. It keeps getting more and more popular every day, and that's the weird thing about it. Like, usually it sort of dies off after a week or two, but it just keeps getting more and more popular, and I think this is now like, hands down, in terms of like views per day, the most popular series that's ever been on my channel. So thank you so much everyone, massively appreciate that. I'm going to set the likes target today at 300. It's a big one, but I reckon we can get there. So since you guys were last here for the triple header against Ajax, Leicester and Fenerbahce, we've played the whole of October and it's gone pretty well, I must say. We started off with a 2-1 win against Burnley, Joe Gelhardt getting both the goals in that game before we beat Man City on penalties in the Carabao Cup. Gutierrez got his first goal for the club there, although he's not really playing too much. We got quite lucky in this game again. Similar to last season, we played Man City in the fourth round of the Carabao Cup. And similar to that, they weren't playing the full strength line that they usually play. So we got very lucky playing against a second string Man City side. Just about got the draw and then won on penalties. So we got very lucky in that regard. We then suffered only our second Premier League defeat of the season to Tottenham Hotspur this time. Usually the team we actually managed to beat from the top six. But this season we seem to have beaten or drawn with other teams from the top six. But Tottenham, this time, they got the better of us, beating us 3-1 with Bartold Barisic getting the only goal for us in that game. But we bounced back in pretty decent style with a 4-1 win away from home against Fenerbahce. Renier, Gelhardt with a brace and a Bartold Barisic with one as well. Sheffield United brushed apart in the Yorkshire derby as we beat them with Bartold Barisic and Calvin Phillips getting the goals in that one. Ludogorets, we could absolutely destroy them 4-0. Kenneth Taylor, Renier, Dwight McNeil and Ross Barkley in the goals that game before we had a rather frustrating 1-0 loss to West Ham United. I think we're sitting near the bottom of the table. I say near the bottom, they're 12th right now, so it's not too bad for them. We lost to them 1-0 despite dominating the game. Rather frustrating. We missed a penalty as well, so could have been a different story, but sometimes these sorts of things happen. What it means though is that we are knocking on the door of the Champions League still. We've played 11 games compared to everyone else playing 12 games. Win our game in hand, it puts us fourth in the table, so we're really knocking on that door to try and get some top four football next season. In terms of the Europa League, we have already qualified from our group because we've won every single game thus far. 15 points, 15 goal difference. You love to see it, and basically with Europa League, we are sailing into the knockout stages. And the only reason I've said that is so I can put a tenuous link to me being the person in the Titanic in the thumbnail sailing into the knockout stages. That's all I'm doing for that. It's been a very, very good time to be Bartold Barisic as well, because not only did he win Young Player of the Month in September, he also won Player of the Month in September and then Young Player of the Month in October. He's had a fantastic time off camera as well. So Bartold, congratulations. Keep playing like you're playing and you'll be a future star. Before we jump into this game against Ajax, just need to remind you as well that down in the description below there is a link to 2Game where you can pre-order Football Manager 21. You get an instant delivery of the Steam code, you put that into Steam and then you've got the game ready to go for the 24th of November or whenever the beta comes out. Before that, it does include the beta as well. You get the game, I get a bit of commission from it as well, so it's a win-win situation for both of us. And whilst you're down there as well, there is a link to go to a giveaway that I'm currently doing as well on the channel to win a copy of FM20 if you want to enter that as well. You can do both, buy it, but then enter the giveaway, and then you can give that copy away that you win to someone else as well. It's a win-win for everyone involved, basically. But the team for this game against Ajax today is going to be Farinez in goal, mostly because Van Voort is currently injured, but both of them are showing themselves to be really competent goalkeepers this season, so it's a bit difficult to know who to pick. We've got Zagreb at left back with Josko Todibo and Tomiyasu in the back line. Thomas starts in that CDM position. He's probably been the most consistent player so far this season, really impressed with the former PSG man. Calvin Phillips starts in the box-to-box midfielder role alongside Kenneth Taylor, though, with McNeil on the left, Rayner on the right, or Renier. I keep saying Rayner or Renier. It's Renier, but I keep saying Rayner sometimes. You'll have to excuse me for that. I do apologise. It's just ingrained in my brain, basically, so that's why it gets mixed up sometimes. He starts ahead of Holozek, who's just been in some terrible form in his last 5 games or so, so give him a little bit of a rest and hopefully he'll recharge himself and then get really good again. So he's on the bench right now. And Bartol Barisic, with 7 goals already this season, leads the line for us. But Joe Gelhardt is on 5. We've got Carlos Elena on 4. We've got Barkley on 3. Who's on 5? Renier's on 5 as well. We've got a lot of goal scorers this season so far, which I'm really happy about. And so, as kickoff is upon us here today, hopefully Bartol will get himself a hat-trick to take himself to 10 goals just before we go off to have the break for the 2022 World Cup. That would be fantastic, as Taylor on the ball very early on. Thomas across to Tomiyasu. Great ball out wide to him as he puts the ball back into Thomas. Thomas shoots from distance but puts it just wide of the post. So I've been very surprised at how well we have performed in the Europa League. We've been so good, as Bartol. Can he get his... Oh, he can't quite get his first goal of the game. Now, I guess to an extent, I've only got the English leagues loaded into this game, so that will play an impact into why we're performing so well in European football. If we had all the leagues loaded up as possible, we could. Like, if we had all the Dutch leagues, the Turkish leagues, the Bulgarian leagues, if we had them all loaded up, it might be a bit more tricky for us, but... You know, you have to have the compromise between how many leagues you load up and how fast you want the game to run. But so far, we are doing a sterling job as, we've just narrowly avoided going 1-0 down there as Ajax's free kick. The header from the free kick just hits the post and then rolls wide. So we got pretty lucky with that. But building out from the back, as we look to make our way down the left-hand side of the pitch, Dwight McNeil has sort of been a lot better this season. He's improved since last season, especially the start of last season. He obviously hit his form towards the end of last season. As Barisic, how has he put that over the bar? That was easier to miss than score. I mean, easier to score than miss, obviously. Otherwise, he wouldn't have missed it, would he? I wouldn't be surprised by that. We're doing everything possible to score right now, and Ajax are holding on for dear life, I must say. We are dominating this game. Every chance is going towards us. But we've been unlucky and not managed to get a goal in this first half. If we can just grab an early goal in the second half, that would probably kill the game off, I think, as Thomas gets into Phillips. Phillips now, shot is blocked, and it's Ajax now on the counter, looking to get the early goal themselves, as their number 36 comes forward. Can he put a ball in the middle? He can. Surely it's another one off the post for Ajax. 4. They have hit the post for a 3rd time in this game, apparently, according to the stats. A 3rd time, which is pretty mad. We've been very lucky, I must say, defensively to not concede 3 goals. But can we get the first goal right now as Dwight McNeil is through? Of course we can't, because he's not going to swear it. They never do. Can we get one from the corner, though, as Thomas puts one in? It's headed just over the bar by McNeil, and it's going to be a goal kick to Ajax. I want to get maximum points from this group. I want to get maximum points now that we're here. Just one more win, lads. That's all we need. So we're going to go a bit more attacking. We're going to say get creative, and we might bring Joe Gelhardt on for Bartol Barisic in a moment's time as well. In fact, I'm going to do it now. Bartol, off you come for... In fact, swap with Dwight McNeil, because who is he? What's his name? Nassi is injured, so we haven't got a left winger on the bench, but Joe Gelhardt can play on the left wing. So let's try that out, and let's take Renier off for Holozek as well, see if he's finally decided to start playing some football, as I've just taken off the wrong man. I've taken Bartol off instead. I didn't mean to do that. So who's up front for us now? Dwight McNeil. I meant to take him off. Bloody hell, Tom, you idiot. Well, in that case, McNeil will go back on the wing and Gelhardt will go up front. Didn't mean to take Bartol off, but it's done now. I've made a mistake. But Dwight McNeil better score now. He better score now that I've accidentally not substituted him off. He better score to make up for it, so I can feel better about myself. As Tomiyasu coming forward. Can he put a cross in the middle? He does. It's Gelhardt. Gelhardt puts that one over the bar as well, though. Let's show some passion, boys, for the final 10 minutes or so. It hasn't affected any of them, weirdly. As Thomas now to put another corner into the middle. Holozek this time puts it over the bar. It's his turn to do that now, is it? I must say, a rather frustrating game to watch, actually, this one. Because we've had opportunity after opportunity, and they've just gone over the bar every single time, like Dwight McNeil there. What are you doing? Let's have another highlight go over the bar then. Or it's not even gone over the bar yet, but I'm sure it will do, as Holozek can't do anything with it. Zagre coming forward with the ball, the left back who's marching forward across to Holozek, down to Thomas. Thomas into Holozek. Holozek shoots, and he puts it wide and high. Oh my goodness gracious me. I mean, if this was a game of rugby, we would be dominating. But it's not. We've drawn 0-0 with Ajax. We've not quite got maximum points in our group. But I'll tell you what, 16 points out of 18 is not bad. Is not bad at all, is it? So let's have a quick look at the final groups from the Europa League. If we look at the profile, can we see? Let's see all the groups. So Leipzig and Fiorentina qualify, whereas Norwich get knocked out. Unlucky Norwich. Sevilla and Feyenoord are through from that group. Lazio, Standard Liège, Napoli and Olympiacos, Sparta Prague and RB Salzburg. Obviously us and Ajax are through. Bilbao and Celtic are through. Borussia Mönchengladbach and Vitoria are through as well. Okay, we've got a chance. I mean, you've got teams like Borussia Mönchengladbach. You've got teams like Napoli and Lazio that I would be, and Sevilla, which I'd be a bit worried, and Leipzig as well. There's a few teams that I'm worried about, but we've got a good chance. Obviously, teams that came third in the Champions League as well get dropped into the Europa League as well. So teams like Atletico Madrid, Roma, Borussia Dortmund, Valencia, Zenit, Milan, Benfica and PSV are all going to be in our competition as well. Saying that, do we get a bye into the second knockout round now? Group stage, yes. So it's changed a little bit. It's changing in real life as well. We get a bye into the second knockout round. So we don't have to go through the first knockout round. So teams that came second go to the first knockout round and they play against teams who drop down from a Champions League. So we miss this stage of the competition. We go straight into there, win that, win the quarterfinals, semi-finals, final, win the whole thing. That's how it works. Great to see Cody Drammer being called up to the England under-21 squad. I don't believe, in fact, he's been capped at under-20 level, but not under-21 level. So that's a step up for him, which is fantastic. Well done, Cody. I think looking at this, it does say 11 players on international duty, but I think a lot of them are youth players. I think we've only got 6 going to the actual World Cup, which actually is still pretty impressive. But now we're about to take on Norwich, which is a completely different challenge, really, to what we had against Ajax. As you can see on the table, by the way, teams around have played 13 games. We've only played 11 right now. So if we win our 2 games in hand, we still could go third in the Premier League. It's absolutely mad how well we're doing this season. So let's try and make this count, lads. We will stick with Barisic up front. In fact, I think we'll stick with most of this line. I think what we might do is bring Ferro on for Todibo to give him a run. I keep rotating these two around. I want to give Holozek a full 90 as well before the World Cup break as well, so he can come on the pitch as well. I think as well we'll swap Gelhardt and Barisic over too. Barkley, Elena and Nasty all still injured. So actually I think we'll bring McCalmont on for Taylor in this game just to give him a run out as well. But other than that, no more changes. So, kickoff is upon us here today. Obviously, we need to get a big win because that's what we need if we want to be getting ourselves further up the Premier League table. And we might get an early goal here from the corner, not quite, but with Thomas to put it back in the middle, he still can't get it onto someone's noggin, unfortunately. Calvin Phillips this time, back out to Josko Gavardel. He gets it back into McCalmont. McCalmont across to Thomas. Thomas coming forward again. Come on, lad. Unleash a pile driver. He can't. And it actually looks like it might be going to Norwich, this counter-attack now. Jesse Lingard runs through the heart of our defence, plays it into his number 19, who gets it in the back of the net. That wasn't expected. Fair play to them, because it's a great counter-attack, and our defender's just not watching the runner there of Puig, as he just slots it past Farinez there, who's not done a great job, but of course the defence, of course, haven't done their job either. So a bit of a mix of the two there. Would be frustrating to lose this game, particularly as it does, I suppose, count as a game in hand, doesn't it? So we need to show some passion out there and maybe go a little more attacking, actually, to try and get something out of this game now. And hopefully we're going to do that right now as we build out from the back. Ferro, can he get it into McCalmont? He does, back to Thomas. Thomas up to Holozek. Come on then, Holozek. Get yourself forward. But I just remembered as well, of course, Shackleton. Norwich bought him for £50 million. He's not on the pitch right now, is he? I wonder what he's doing at Norwich. We'll double check this in a second as we've not been able to score there past Kepa of all people. So Norwich has spent big. £50 million on Shackleton. Kepa must have cost them a fair bit. I can't imagine they got Lingard cheap either. Now Shackleton is on the pitch. He's playing out from the back there. Didn't spot him on the pitch, but there he is as Tomiyasu can't get the challenge in. And how has that gone in the back of the net? How has that gone in? Move all started with Shackleton as well. It all started with him as I just want to see what happened here. Tomiyasu's slide tackle is just completely missed. He somehow dances past Ferro. And then Farinez. Bloody hell, just make your body big, lads. That's all you have to do. So at the moment, it's Norwich running riot as Ferro has now been given a straight red card. Right, okay. Thomas can't play at centre-back. I thought he could do. That's a bit annoying. Can Calvin Phillips play at centre-back? A little bit. He'll have to stay there now. Unless, of course, we actually bring on Marco. In fact, what we do... I'm sorry, McCalmont. You're going to be sacrificed here, because I'd rather have those other two on the pitch. Varane will come on at centre-back. That's what we're going to have to do, though. So at half-time, we are 2-0 down to 10 men, and it's not been a good performance, has it, really? I expect to see a much better showing from you in the second half, lads. And instantly, 2 minutes into the second half, Holozek is now injured. Rubbish. Luckily, it's just before the World Cup. Oh, but I think he's going to the World Cup. I think Holozek might be one of the players going to the World Cup. I think the Czech Republic got there. Oh, that's terrible for him if he's going to miss the World Cup now because of a stupid injury against... Right, grudge matches against Norwich now, basically. Norwich, we don't like them. We really don't like them as they go 3-0 up. And even bigger in the grudge match situation, us losing to Norwich means they go ahead of us. So, we're not a fan of Norwich. We all hate Norwich, basically. That's what we're saying right now. I mean, nothing good has ever come out of Norwich. That, apart from Alan Partridge, nothing good has ever come out of Norwich. So that's what we'll say from now on. We've got a big grudge match against them. I mean, thank you for the £50 million. If you offer that me again tomorrow, I'd take it again, because 50 million is a lot of pounds for McAlmont. But Tomiyasu, again, rugby scores right now, we'd be winning it, wouldn't we? Let's get creative out there, lads. Let's get creative. Gelhart's now injured as well. He just picked up a knock. Let's get him off for Bartol. Come on. This is a terrible game. I mean, with 13 or so minutes to go, I don't think we're going to be winning it. So let's try and get some consolation goals to help out our goal difference just a little bit, as Farron at the back plays it into Josko. Josko into Thomas. Zagro coming down the left-hand side. A great ball through to Bartol. Bartol, make my days. Hit the post. Oh, dearie me. Dearie. Oh, he scored. He scored. I missed that. I was too busy with my head in my hands. How's he scored that one? Let's have a quick look. Bartol's 8th goal of the season. So his first attempt hit the post, right? And then he runs onto it because no one else did, and he scored. Okay. Well done, Bartol. Good determination from you. Oh, you hate to see it. His first of the season as well. And he's celebrating the swine. I knew it was good to sell him. Oh, I missed it because I was itching my nose because it was really itchy. But Shackleton pops up far post. I mean, how has Farron has not saved that as well? Seriously. And with that is going to be full time. Norwich 4, Leeds 1. The less said about that one, the better. Let's never talk about this ever again, apart from we play Norwich and absolutely destroy them every single time we play them now. So we drop down to 8th, and actually our form in the league isn't that good at the moment. 3 losses in the last 5, not the best. But we do have a game in hand on them. Win that game in hand, we could go as high as 4th if we manage to score quite a few goals, so it's not all that bad. Holozek's out for 2 months. Oh, you poor man. Was he in the World Cup squad? Are they playing the... Well, they're not playing the World Cup. That's fine. I thought he was called up for it, so I was very concerned. Gelhart's out for 3 to 5 days. Ferro's out for suspension to a straight red card. So can we appeal it? No, it's justified apparently. So let's just confirm is fine. So here are the players that are called up to the World Cup squad. Venezuela, who's currently on loan at Leicester. He's called up to the Mexico squad. I think we'll probably recall him in January because he looks really good, to be fair. Leicester, are not playing particularly well this season. Leicester, they're still 19th. So I'd rather be in our squad and use him, I think. Van der Vaart's been called up by Belgium. Josko called up by Croatia. Ferro called up by Portugal. And Olaza called up by Uruguay. So you have some good representation at the World Cup. Ferro's got a good chance of winning it, maybe. So let's focus on Ferro, maybe. With these poor results in today's episode behind us, though, it's time to focus on the second half of the season now. We're going to come back in middle of January, I think, we might come back right at the end of January, actually, to finish off the January transfer window and play Derby and play Manchester United. That seems like a sensible little time frame to come back in. So until then, thank you very much for watching today's episode. If you've enjoyed it, please do drop a like on the video for me. That would be massively appreciated. And of course, subscribe if you haven't done so already. That would be massively appreciated. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful evening. Goodbye.